Say hello, everybody. It's Vitali here, and today we are going to do an unboxing of the ASRock Phantom Gaming Intel Arc A770 16GB card. I have it right here, and I have not opened this yet, by the way, y'all. We're going to do this together, and it's in a bigger box than I thought it would be. It's pretty chunky. It comes in at like 4.7 pounds is what the shipping weight on that was. Get a little better view of it here. I apologize. My desk is a mess. I'm not really set up. They would like to be. I'm actually more into doing audio and video production as for music right now than I am for creating video content and streaming. But this is not a sponsored video. I spent my grocery money for this, so I will be eating ramen for the next month or two, depending on how much prices keep going up. And this isn't going to be like a bunch of benchmarking, like all the other channels do, because here's the thing. I keep researching, and everybody's coming up with different numbers. The one common consensus is that these cards are way better today than when they launched last year, 9 months ago. Everybody is on the value train right now and recommending the A750. And I guess from a dollar per versus performance perspective, that might be the way to do it. However, I think anybody that buys one of them cards is setting themselves up to have to upgrade sooner rather than later. And this card was on sale. It was $319, and I had a $10 discount code, so I got it for $309 plus tax, bringing it in at $335. That makes it a really good value for a 16GB graphics card. As near as I can tell, this is the cheapest 16GB card out there. And while I do gaming and live streaming, I also do content creation and editing and video editing, audio editing, and especially the video requires a little bit more than 8GB of RAM, okay? I know I'm kind of all over the place. And while I would like to say this isn't going to be a direct comparison to something like the 3090 Ti, at the end of the day, yes, it is, because that's what I'm running in my system. And I'm fixed to pull this card out and put this card in, and we're going to run it for just a little bit and see how it does. So let's get to the unboxing. A big box. It really is. And like I said, I have not opened this yet, so we're doing this together. So yeah, it's going to be a little klutzy. Okay, right off the bat, it has a quick installation guide, an important notice. We'll check that out in a second. And of course, you open it up, there's the card. Let's make sure there's nothing else in here. I don't think there is, but we're going to make sure. Nothing else in here. I'm going to set this box down out of the way. This is a pretty big card, y'all. I really, really wanted the Intel Arc A770 limited edition 16GB. Unfortunately, when they first released, you couldn't get one unless it was scalped. and then they'd come back into stock somewhere, and they were out of stock by the time I got the notice. Y'all know the drill. They were just extremely hard to get, and by the time they got to where I could get one, I didn't have the money, and they went out of stock permanently because it was truly limited edition. That's actually a good looking card. I wish my lighting was a little bit better in this area. We will get that addressed someday. Switch over to the side cam. That's actually a 2.5, maybe even a 2 3/4 slot card. That's it for the unboxing. I mean, we can talk about the specs right quick, though, I guess. And let's bring this up right quick. 32 XE cores on both the 16 gigabyte and 8 gigabyte model. NVIDIA RTX 3060 has 3,584 cores. Ray tracing cores, the Intel has the Intel Arc A770. Both versions have 32 ray tracing cores versus the 3060's 28. Bandwidth, 512 gigabytes per second on both versions versus the 3060's 360 gigabytes per second. The memory bus is 256-bit on both versions versus the 3060's 192-bit. Of course, as we've already addressed the memory, this is the 16 gigabyte version, whereas the other version is 8 gigabyte and the 3060 is 12 gigabyte. Total board power is 225 watts on both versions versus the 3060's 170 watts. And that's all we're going to cover on that until we get to the next video and actually have it installed. So we're going to wrap it up right there. Once again, let me switch back over here. We are going to pull this RTX 3090 Ti Founders Edition card out and install this card in it in my system and run it for a little bit. And I do have an older system in the back that I may even try it in that one to get an idea of how it performs in it. Because this one here, this system, I do have a resizable bar and it's enabled even on the NVIDIA card. Whereas I have a system in the back that does not have or support resizable bar. But it'll be interesting to maybe try it in both versions and see how it works in real world usage. I'm going to be doing PUBG on PC and streaming to my YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to be editing video. In fact, I'm going to edit this video on that card. And we'll talk about that in the next video. Till then, this is Vitaly over here at OG Gamers World. Y'all stay safe wherever you are in the world today. And I'm out of here.